Hey guys, welcome to another video or stream, same difference. And today we're going to talk about how I dislike Star Wars Resistance. I watched the first episode, or I didn't watch the episodes when it was new, or I shouldn't say that, when it went onto Disney Channel. I did not watch the first 3 episodes when it came out on Disney Channel. I'm assuming that it came out on Disney Channel already, but I so happened to watch the first 3 episodes of Star Wars Resistance on the Disney Channel app. I temporarily downloaded the Disney Channel app just to watch like Star Wars Resistance. And I saw that it had 3 episodes. So I said, since it has 3 episodes up online or up and ready on the app, let me see those three episodes. The first one was like 40 minutes. The other two was like 20 something minutes. Each episode did not wow me at all. I mean, yeah, it was cool to hear Isaac, Oscar Isaac, and Gwendolyn Stacy's voice in the series, in the episodes, but and it was cool to see Leia in the first episode, even though she didn't talk any. But it didn't wow me. It's just and I mean, I like the concept. The concept's nice. It's about this guy who wants to be the best pilot of the galaxy, but is stuck working as a mechanic because Poe Dameron wants to see him. Poe Dameron, I can't speak right. Poe Dameron wants this new guy, the main character of the show, to find out who is loyal to the Resistance and pretty much who is associated with the First Order. And I like that whole concept. I honestly do. The execution is lousy. I do like the animation style. The theme song, assuming that I do change my mind and keep on watching the series, I have to get used to. But other than the animation style and what they're trying to get at, I don't really like this show at all. I mean, I was 12 when Star Wars: The Clone Wars came out. The movie came out. I enjoyed it. That brought my attention. That brought in my interest. Okay, what will happen next in the Star Wars: The Clone Wars first? Okay, Nemo. And so I watched the episodes more and more in Clone Wars. And by the time that it got canceled, I was like, why? Why does it have to be canceled? Thankfully, they're bringing it back. Hey, no, 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 no. No, no, no. No scratching, sorry. No. But, hey, sorry. If you're going to scratch, get out of my room. Sorry, my cat was scratching, but thankfully they're. Hey, Raym, how are you doing? But I know after the Clone Wars, after it has this series finale officially, I'm going to say, why did it have to go? Because Star Wars: The Clone Wars, even though it came out 10 years ago when I was 12, as a 22-year-old man, I am still into Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I still say Star Wars: The Clone Wars is an awesome tackler show. And then Star Wars Rebels came out in 2014, and I believe I was 18 then. Actually, yeah, I was 18 then. 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I was 18 then, so I had to do the mental math. Spark of the Rebellion, which was like the first episode of Star Wars Rebels, I liked. The first season of Star Wars Rebels has to be my least favorite, even though I loved the season finale in terms of how it ended. It with it showing Ahsoka Tano and Darth Vader at the very end of the season finale for season 1. But there's still some episodes in before people decide to say, well, you said that you didn't like season 1 of Rebels. I just said it's my least favorite season. I don't mind the first season, just my least favorite season. Even though, and I do like some of the episodes in Rebels. I mean, of season 1. Overall, Clone Wars and Rebels, I liked the direction, the 90% of the episodes that were in both Rebels and the Clone Wars. But Resistance is like, I watched the first 3 episodes on the Disney Channel app. And I like, cause I want to give it a try before I officially trust it, cause the trailer looked like it was one of the worst Star Wars trailers I've seen. Both Star Wars trailers for the Resistance show was the worst Star Wars trailers I ever seen. So I was hoping that okay, maybe it's just the trailers. Maybe it's just the trailers that bad. No. It's not only the trailers that looked bad, it's the show, like how they decided to execute things. And Dave Filoni, it was kind of funny because the day before the Resistance trailer came out, the first one, and for those of you who doesn't know, Dave Filoni is the guy who created slash directed the Clone Wars series and the Rebel series. Dave Filoni kind of like backed out the day before the trailer hit, saying, "Yep, I'm not really a part of this show. I'm not really a part of the Resistance show. Sorry, guys." It was a smart move because the first 3 episodes, I am really prepared to call Star Wars Resistance trash, and it really hurts me saying this because I am a huge Star Wars fan. But I gotta admit, it's better than the Ninja Turtle Next Mutation show. Okay. Anyways, uh, and then I got another problem with it. Besides the poorly execution per se of this, well, of what I've seen so far, and that is like I want to say like a month ago, it was saying that oh, the events of Resistance takes place like 6 months or a year before the events of the Force Awakens. And I I respect your guys. I'll respect your guys' opinions if you disagree on me with this. But I find having Resistance takes place 6 months to a year before the events of the Force Awakens. I don't want to use the word dumb, but I feel like it is, because I want to see, like, how the resistance started. See the resistance grow a bit. See, like, I want to see Luke Skywalker train some Jedi younglings or whatever. Maybe that can be a totally different show. I don't know, with the Luke Skywalker part. But, uh, but I just don't agree with the whole Resistance is going to take place with a year to 6 months before the events of The Force Awakens. That's too soon. So it done in at least 3 years. That's the closest it should have. 3 years. Uh, Preferably it would be like 10 years, but shoot, 3 years would be like I feel like it would be the safest bet in terms of the whole timeline. And whoever says, well, Resistance is a kid show, that's why Star Wars Resistance is bad. Hold on. Nemo, no, no, no. Good boy. Whoever says, oh, Resistance is a kid show, that's why it's bad. No. I have to strongly disagree with you on that. I'm not gonna call you guys any names if you say, oh, the reason why it's Resistance is bad is because it's a kid show. Because I think that's a dumb argument too. You're not going on my bed, sorry, Nemo, to bring up. Uh, because Star Wars The Clone Wars is a kid show. Star Wars Rebels is a kid show. The 1980s and the 2003 and the 2012 version Ninja Turtles are a kid show, or kid shows. The old school SpongeBob, which I like over the newer one, is a kid show. Same with the old school Fair Odd Parents. Same with Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, Kids Next Door, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, That's So Raven, and dare I say it, Hannah Montana, Sweet Life of Second Cody, and Hey Arnold, Rugrats. And I could go down the list of all the shows I like. All the shows I just listed are kid shows. Kid shows that even though I'm a 22-year-old man, I still like. Don't get me wrong. There are some kid shows. Hold on. No, Nemo. You're going to choke on that? I don't want you to choke on that. I love you too much. But there are some kid shows that I find bad. Like The Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I find that show bad. Like with uh Resistance. I find that bad. I haven't watched Power Rangers. I mean the TV series, not the live action movie. So I can't really judge that. But the newer SpongeBob, the newer Fairly Odd Parents, I find bad. That's just my opinion. I respect yours if you disagree with me on this one. So, my point being, bring up the shows I do like that I grew up watching as a kid, I still like as an adult. If you guys say, oh, the reason why Resistance is a horrible show is because it's a kid's show, it's stupid, illogical, and if Dave Filoni could make Rebels and Clone Wars great series and geared for kids, more like family, then why can't Resistance do the same? Maybe I'm judging it too early. Maybe it will get better. Who knows? But this is clearly targeted to a younger audience, and I wouldn't be surprised if that show gets canceled. But I gotta admit, I like it a bit better than Solo, only because it doesn't shove down SJW down your throat. I would say I like Solo Star Wars Story better than Resistance, but L3, they had L3 stick us, like, throw it down our throats with, rice this, rice that, rice this. And nobody has time for that. Nobody has time for that. It's like, it's okay to have it, like, reference that, like, 2 times in the entire movie, but they just kept on doing it over and over and over again. Which is why I'm saying Resistance, I like, I find Resistance more enjoyable than Solo Star Wars story only because of that. But like 1%. But yeah, bad. I don't like the execution. They could go a better route. And just because it's a kids show does not mean they have to dumb it down. I mean, the 2012 version of the Ninja Turtles, there that show was for kids, but it didn't dumb down. Wait, no, that yeah, it didn't dumb down for kids. Example I was trying to bring up, which is still one of my favorite kids shows, Avatar: The Last Airbender. That had deep meaning. It that show, yes, was spiritual, but that show had like deep meaning. Each episode, I could take a lesson out of that. I watched the entire series 3 times, and each time I watched the episodes, I learned something new. And even though it ended about like what 10 years ago, about even Legend of Korra, this is connected to the last Airbender show, which overall I like the show. Again, with the last Airbender, I feel like each episode with Korra, I could learn something from it. They did not dumb for kids. I mean, yeah, they explained what chakras are. Because, yeah, kids wouldn't, like 90% of kids, at least in America anyways, wouldn't know what ki or chi is. So yeah, they explained what chi is in the last Airbender series. But they didn't. Well, calm down, Nemo. Be right back. Come on. I love you, but you gotta calm down, Nemo. But yeah, it's just when they were talking about chakras in the last Airbender series, they didn't dumb it down for kids. They explained it. Yeah, they might have explained it in its simplest terms, but they didn't dumb it down. There's a difference between putting it into a simple term and dumbing down. There's seriously a difference. And it's, I just find, I just, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. And Star Wars is a part of me. I love Star Wars. And it's honestly disappointing to me that I am saying that I'm not a fan of something Star Wars. Because Star Wars is my favorite movie. I'm counting all of the Star Wars movies, including that trash of a movie that they call the holiday special, as one movie. But yeah, Star Wars is my favorite movie. That so happens to spring out video games, books, and TV series. And I love it, I really do. So when I say I dislike the Resistance, it does pain me to say those words. It pains me to say those 3 words. Because I wanted to like Resistance, I really do. Which is why I gave the 3 episodes I saw on uh the Disney Channel app a chance. Because I really wanted to like it. but they failed. As the Green Arrow says in the TV, the Arrow TV show, "You have failed the city, Lucasfilms," or more like, "You have failed us fans, Lucasfilms, us Star Wars fans." But I have to agree with Ivan Ortega on this when he said, and I'm kind of different, but Kathleen Kennedy can okay really bad Star Wars content, but we the fans are Star Wars, cause without us fans, Star Wars wouldn't really be as popular as it is today. So we the fans are Star Wars, not and yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like the Resistance? Do you dislike the Resistance? If so, tell me why. Leave a comment below. Anyway, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Ending the stream in 3, 2, and 1.